Hello and welcome. Nothing but clear skies for players and fans alike here at Providence Park. Should be a clear night.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Cleveland State Vikings Lacrosse Dynasty 15th episode. And this is going to be our final regular season game. It's been a long season, but we're finishing up at home against a really good opponent, number 5, Rutgers Scarlet Knights. We were able to boost our ranking up to number 12 after our last win over Navy, which is awesome. But yeah, we've got one more big matchup to close the season out before we get into the postseason. So we're really going to look to go into that postseason on a good note with a win. Rutgers is a tough team. It's definitely going to test us. Dump off to Ackerson. Just a little bit too much time keeping the ball on the stick there. Karen Mullen sends a shot wide. And I was looking at the standings a little bit more. It looks like in our conference, Canisius is most likely going to be playing Marist in the other semifinal, and we are going to be the 1 seed taking on, I believe it was Monmouth, the Hawks, but I'll have to look again and double check that that's correct. In any case, whoever we're playing does not have a very good record. As Yormick, I let the ball go from behind the net accidentally, but he's able to track it down. He has just been our money man all year. Gets us started with the first goal of the game that time.
Important face-off again between 4 and Franzo.
The Rutgers defense pretty stout that time, though. I had to work it around quite a bit to find that first goal.
The home team have the advantage.
We look to clear Stamera in the midfield. Oh, D. Leathers finds space, but kind of got clipped as he let the shot go.
Kyle. Chris. Right.
Rutgers spreading their offense out pretty wide all over the place.
Looks to bury.
They let a deep shot go. Koopman comes away with it.
We'll get a chance now.
Vikings look to clear. They get to Estamera. Nice passing. Oh, Cade Ferris. Nice move to get open in the middle, but the shot goes wide.
And sends it loose. Red Knights ball.
I was not able to get to that one before I got knocked out of bounds, so Rutgers will get the ball back. Almost jarred it free there.
That's gone wide.
Rutgers lets a dangerous shot go near my net. Out of bounds, luckily. And we'll look to just kind of lock down the middle here. We'll leave Mullins behind the net. It's less dangerous back there than in front. That's to be certain. Koopman comes away with a nice save. Yeah, Vikings working the ball upfield now. Couple long sticks on the right side. Dumps it off to Jackson Braswell. Over to Yormick. Can he get open? He can. Hits the bounce shot.
2 for 2 for him now.
Another good look from Yormick there. Skipping it into the Rutgers net. It is 2-0 now, Vikings.
Eyes on the X now for the restart.
Now, all these games down the stretch against all these top teams, it's been pretty good. I mean, all these teams need to win it just as much as we do. So it definitely makes it, keeps you in the games. Oh, Ackerson hits the post.
Green ball. Leathers.
Over to Yormick. Back to Leathers. Sometimes with the 2-2-2, that is the kind of the problem. There's not a lot of movement. So you kind of gotta, it requires a lot of just like running into space, as opposed to some of the other sets, which are more based on like passing the ball. I mean, obviously there can't be movement in the 2-2-2, but it's a little, you gotta work a little more for it. At least I have experienced that so far in using it.
7, showing the defender his footwork. Gallagher gets in.
Oh, nice save by Koopman that time. Rutgers letting shots fly from pretty deep early in the game. I almost went out of bounds right there. I think it clears up to Brandon Price.
23.
And Yormick just went a little into the crease that time. 28 seconds left now before the end of the first quarter. It's been a pretty low-scoring contest so far. Koopman making some very nice saves early on. Here's McIlvain on the right side. Just 10 seconds left. Vikings might have an opportunity here. Oh, ball's free on the ground. Rutgers comes away with it. Well, that's going to do it for the first quarter.
So tight defense from both sides as we head to the break. The home team managing to pull ahead. It's 2-0 here at Providence Park.
It's a little different than our last game against Navy. We were really lighting it up early in the game, but yeah, I'm happy that we got the 2-goal advantage.
Ready to resume play.
Rutgers is a very solid team, so I knew this was going to be a tough game coming into it. Especially, great way to close the season out with a really good opponent. Work it to Ackerson. Tries to find the space. Oh, he takes a shot on the back. Will they call it is the question, and they will.
Earns himself a personal foul. Man up opportunity now.
Man up now for the Vikings. So let's see if we can make this opportunity count.
Shoots and scores.
And we can.
3 in a row for the home team. They've taken it up a notch.
Just dumped it over into the middle and let the shot fly. Rutgers goalie couldn't react in time. It's 3-0 now, Vikings.
Play resumes. We're underway again here at Providence Park. Franzone wins it for New Brunswick.
The Vikings aren't able to come away with the face-off that time.
13 coming onto the field now after his
penalty is over.
Gazzetta has time. Knocked loose.
Oh, we weren't able to get to that ground ball. I thought I had the positioning there.
Overstepping.
So, Jules Henningberg gets the crease violation. Koopman will bring it up, and the Vikings go back to looking to clear.
Chance for them now.
Sloppy pass that time.
7. Chance here. The ball goes to the
ball
ground.
ricochets off Koopman.
Steal it. Great play from them.
Here's McIlvain into the offensive zone. Up top. Brandon Price found space, but I think he just got bumped as he shot.
With the shot, knocked loose.
Estamura found a little space and just deflected by the goaltender that time. It was from a little further out than I usually like to shoot from, but thought that with his recent success shooting, had a decent shot at making it.
Here's a look. Good night.
Whoa, Mullins letting an absolute bomb fly. And that's really a stop our goalie should be making. Although Mullins is a very good player. So
well, they say the definition of insanity is doing the
we can live with shots like that, though. If Rutgers wants to shoot from out there the whole game, that's fine.
Might want to check themselves into the nearest institute.
But more often than not, we would be able to stop that, I feel.
After face-off after face-off. The visitors need to try something else here because they are losing a heck of
Oh, Harrison Braswell finding the space and hits the post.
Come up with it. 4 receives the ball. Shoots. Too high, though.
Wild shot from Rutgers that time, and I thought that we had the backup there, but Rutgers gets the ball back. Oh, great interception by Ober that time, the defensive end, and Estamera looks clear up to Matt Neufeld.
And it's a loose one.
Oh, and that long stick passing is always a little dangerous as I send it out of bounds.
Faranic has a look. Lacked accuracy, flies over the goal.
Rutgers struggling with their accuracy early in this one.
Shoots.
They're not really looking to drive at the net too much. Just fine by me.
23.
Oh, Yormick. Can he dodge the space? Taking some shots in the back. But I don't think that last one was. And then once again, it shows it's so hard to pick up the ball near the line and not actually go out of bounds. That's exactly what happened there. I was able to win the ball, but not keep my player in.
Rips it in. Off the post.
Oh, and that time Rutgers got it in a little closer than they have been. As Mead hits the shot. Totally caught me out of position on defense there.
Down to the face.
And that trims our lead to just 1 in this defensive battle. Sandor wins the face-off.
Wins the face-off. Green ball.
Scott Ratliff.
Riley takes the shot, and they score.
And that time we had some really nice ball movement. Just, saw the open man to the side of the net, dumped it off to him, and he's able to just get in front before the defense can react. It's a very solid goal for the Vikings that time. Let's take one more look at it. Textbook for the kind of offense that I like to run.
They're coming away with the lion's share of possession. One gets the feeling that the visitors have
4-2 now. As Reed Wagoner comes away with the loose ball. Yormick dodging. Oh, got bumped as he shot. It's a pretty good initial dodge to get open. Maybe should have shot it immediately upon doing that first dodge instead of the second one.
8 shoots.
Michigan State. It's a nice save that time. Koopman. Up to Cade Ferris. Here's Ackerson. Gets to space. Jackson Braswell. Oh, man. Got laid out. I thought it might have been in the back, but no call comes for Vikings. Rutgers tossing the ball around the perimeter.
Yep, well, not too surprised with that goal.
And into the crease they go. 38 seconds left before the halftime break. The Vikings look to clear in what has turned out to be a pretty defensive first half. Up to Brandon Price.
Goes for the shot. The ball goes to the ground. Miscalculation there.
Yeah, bounced off the goaltender and got the crease violation. So back to Rutgers. And they'll have one more opportunity probably before this first half ends.
Has the ball. The ball goes to the
nope,
ground.
they turn it over. Vikings now. See if they can get something going in transition here. Wilson bringing it all the way down. Dumping it off to Leathers. Oh, and he splits the defense. What a shot. Has the defenders bringing his stick down to try and knock the ball out. Leathers just lets it fly. Took the check off the first guy. Second guy throws a stick check. That's really a great goal. Awesome way to finish out that first half.
Things clearly not going their way so far. 4 at it again against. Watch them scrap, even if they don't win the initial draw.
So pretty nice end of the first half there, but this game has still been just a dogfight. So you take a quick look at the stats here. Not a whole lot of scoring, really. We haven't been moving the ball as much. If you see the passes, as much as I usually like, but doing a pretty decent job on face-offs, and time of possession is pretty even too. So Rutgers is definitely giving us a challenge. Yeah, try and see if we can't score a few more goals in this second half. But as I said, Rutgers is the currently ranked number 5 team this season, so we knew what we were in for when we started this game. Oh, that was a pretty ambitious shot, I guess you could say, as he was double teamed, not close to the net, and still let it fly. Here's Estamura. Found space, went to the bounce shot, but the goalie was ready for it that time.
Steps in to shoot. New Brunswick come up with
I think I was able to jar the shooter that time just before he shot. We find a wide open Dennis Burgess.
Atkerson
gets it up to Logan Atkerson. So the Vikings get it into the offensive zone. Here's Dwayne Piggott, dodging around the outside. Oh, he's left alone. Can he get the long stick goal? He can. Dwayne Piggott, ladies and gentlemen, showing off some of his offensive skills that time. Oh, he's got to love a long stick goal, especially when there's some dodging thrown in. It is 6-2 now, Cleveland State. The ball gets knocked back, and Reed Wagner comes away with it. Looking to clear in the midfield. Here's Yormick. The defender overplays. Yormick found a half second of space, but the defense closed in and deflected the shot. Oh, and that time, Rutgers comes right back, answers our long stick goal with one of their own. They bounce it off the grass and in. Very nice shot. 25 on the Scarlet Knights that time.
These guys can take a beating. They're the heart of the team.
Sandor is able to win that face-off.
And the home team goes straight on attack.
Up to Jackson Braswell. Over to Neufeld. Found some space in the middle, but too many defenders. Braswell down the middle.
Lets it rip. Puts it wrong.
And just kind of let a wild shot go. Should have probably taken my time a little more there. Probably could have looked for.
Riley looks to shoot.
Find the net. And that was a pretty good shot that time, and the goalie made a nice save.
Maxson keeping goal today, doing a reasonable job too. Ball stop center. Ball stop right. Ball stop center. Ball stop right. Ball side right. Ball stop center. Gallagher with
good defense by the Vikings that time. Every time Rutgers threw a pass, we were on top of it. That's what we're going to need more of this season, or in the postseason, I should say. So we try and work it around. Cade Ferris coming down from the top.
6 shoots, goes high.
Let the shot go, but it goes well over the net. Gotta lose the defender. Was able to lose him. Oh, hits the post.
Chance here and wide of the
oh, we got lucky that time as the back was left pretty wide open.
6.
Oh, Koopman making some good saves today. The shots are coming from kind of far out, but Koopman is stopping the majority of them. So if he continues doing that, we should be able to come out on top in this one. This has been a battle, though, for sure. Oh, Ratliff let one fly that I swore bounce in the back of the net and out, but must have bounced off the goalie instead. Oh, huge check thrown that time. Cleveland State gets it right back. Ackerson was looking for a quick goal, but it wasn't to be. Ratliff down the middle. Oh, and he buries it. What a sequence that was. So we get our second long stick goal of the game. After an enormous check thrown. So that was a big time change of momentum that time. Because it looked like Rutgers was going to have a transition opportunity going back the other way. Cleveland State's able to shut it down and come back and get a goal of their own. So it is 7-3 now, Cleveland State, as Rutgers takes the face-off. And they almost come away with a really quick transition goal. Luckily, Koopman's able to stop it. Here's Norman Butler. Down to the offensive zone to Tripp Smith, who's hounded, so he gets it up to Wagner. Back to Tripp Smith. I believe he found the back of the net that time, but just got the crease violation.
Red ball. Ball stop center. Ball stop left. Two. Wants it.
Koopman, another nice save. He's really having a great day today.
He's like a brick wall in front of the net today.
Absolutely a brick wall, which we've needed considering how well Rutgers defense has been playing.
The defender putting his body on the line there, covering the chance.
Rutgers had to back up that time as there's 22 ticks left. So we'll try and prevent them from scoring before the end of the quarter here. As we knock the ball out of their stick. Should go back to the Vikings. One final opportunity here. The clock ticks down in the third quarter. Found some space in the middle, but I think I got bumped as I let it go. Sent the shot flying. We lose the defender.
Gets off the shot.
Not a ton of space. I attempted to get a really quick shot off with Wagner that time.
And the New Brunswick Red Knights aren't willing to go down without a fight. At this stage, their efforts have been in vain, though. The home team.
So we've gotten our advantage at the 4. Just gotta keep doing what we've been doing in this last quarter. This is gonna be a grinder of a game. We'll see if Rutgers starts throwing double teams like a lot of the other teams have later in the games when they've been losing.
And we are underway.
So far, they have not. But if they do, that could really open things up for us.
23.
And it seems like they might start throwing some double teams in there. I lost the ball that time. I think it may have been off the screen, in fact. Oh, we let Rutgers get their 4th goal. Sneaking behind our defense that time. As you can see, he's just wide open. Not a whole lot the goalie's going to be able to do in a situation like that. So I do not blame Koopman for that one. He's been outstanding this one. Sandor wins the face-off. Up to Scott Ratliff. We'll try and back it out. And there is the double team, which leaves Braswell open. And he's able to stick it down there. I sometimes think that the computer is really, making it hard on themselves by throwing these double teams constantly in the 4th quarter of these games when they're losing. But I guess on the other hand, they don't really have a choice. There's a deficit to make up and not a ton of time to do it. So you kind of have to get a little more aggressive on defense. But as long as we play smart, sit back and find the open guys, we can make them pay for throwing those double teams. Yormick finally chases the ball down. Here's it to D. Leathers. I was going to say, I believe Estimer had the crease violation there. Oh, big check.
Leathers with a display of raw power. Nicely recovered.
Leathers unable to get the ball though.
ground.
Oh, that time the
New
Vikings jar it
Brunswick
loose though.
collects.
So some
Chance
really
for them
good
now.
defense played by the Vikings to knock it free twice from Scarlet Knights that time.
23 with the catch. The ball goes to the ground.
Oh, that check was borderline in the back. We do not get the call.
Got a good pass there on
And then
attack.
Rutgers
Ball
comes
goes to
down
the
and turns it
ground.
over. So back and forth. They're going with the turnovers here.
New Brunswick loses it.
Oh, and right on
Transition
cue, I turn it
now
right
for the
back
home
over.
team.
It bounced
Pass
out of her
is bad,
stick.
and he should feel
And
bad.
Rutgers throws it away. That is, I think, 4 straight turnovers. Game getting a little bit sloppy here.
Dodges and through. Red Knights ball. Chance for them now. The home team collects.
As I
Chance
turn
for
it
them
over
now.
yet again, and I have to be smarter than that. Knowing that these double teams are coming, I shouldn't really need to be dodging too much.
Offside right.
I should just sit back and kind of wait for the double team and then
6.
pass to the open man.
Rose opens up and shoots. Yep, well, not too surprised with that call.
As we were able to
are
shut
back
down the
underway.
Rutgers attack that time. Looks like they were even double teaming the goalie, so they're just pretty much always going to throw a double team at the ball. So we see if we can work it around.
With a chance.
How Yormick found the space that time, but his shot goes wide. And there's that double team. Pretty much just always going to be on. So we're able to work it now.
Leathers. He launches one. Knocked loose. 23. Overstepping.
The ball did get knocked out that time, and I got the crease violation, but it was going back to Rutgers anyways, so not too big of a issue.
Mead.
In a way, it's almost better to take the crease violation sometimes if you know the other team's getting the ball,
Has a look. Knocked
because then it
loose.
just kills
New
the
Brunswick
transition.
comes with it. Shoots. Snipe. Gallagher.
Not a problem for Rutgers, though, as they're still able to convert and cut the deficit to just 3 now. Under 2 minutes left in the game. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to up our goal differential much in this one. We're going to have to make sure that we hang on for the victory.
We are ready
As
to
3
resume
goals in
play.
2 minutes is
8-5 for the home
definitely possible.
team. The home team wins the face-off.
Well, that
and
was
they
a
get
big
step.
face-off win for Cleveland State. We'll probably look to run a little bit of clock now.
Newfield.
This is probably more representative of a game that we're going to be playing in the tournament.
Anthony has the ball.
So it's pretty good to get us ready for that as we
Anthony.
continue to work at looking for a shot. The shot clock is on. Oh, and here's Trip Smith.
With the shot. Smith
Finally found the net
Oh,
after working it around for what seemed like ages in that time. Trip Smith buries it. Great shot.
here we
And that-
go.
I don't know if
Face-off
it
again here at
Totally puts this game
Providence
away,
Park.
but we're feeling pretty good with a 4-goal lead, just under a minute and a half to go. And really good after winning that face-off. That should just about do it. We'll start trying to continue working the clock here.
23.
Yormick running away from the double team.
The ball goes to the ground.
It looks like that ball is going to get out of bounds.
Red ball.
So the Rutgers pressure does cause us to turn it over, but not before we took some time off the clock.
Lets the flag fly. The home
I believe we're going to
team
get
with the
a
advantage.
flag here too in
Side right.
addition.
Takes the shot. 4.
Oh, and
Drops
Rutgers
the ball.
comes down and
His
hits
second
the
so
goal.
far in this one.
It
Play
should get the
resumes.
flag
We're underway
canceled.
again here at Providence Park. 4 cinches it.
Sandor
Home
wins
team
yet another
goes straight
face-off.
on attack.
The Vikings look to clear and just run these final seconds off.
23.
It's actually pretty difficult to run clock when they're throwing double teams at you, so look to keep the ball moving.
Smith. Nice recovery, and it's turned over.
And the Rutgers pressure once again causes the turnover.
Farron Has a look. Money.
And Rutgers hits another goal. So maybe too little too late, but wow, what a shot that time.
If you have a good
15 seconds left now.
It can be make it, take it Lacrosse.
Cleveland State will come away with what will likely be the last face-off of this one. Estamura just casually jogging down the middle. Thumbs off to Matt Neufeld. And that'll be the game.
Final whistle. The home team have done it. Well, what a cliffhanger that turned out to be. New Brunswick making a spirited comeback. Almost had it, but it wasn't meant to be. In the end, the home team were just too good. They've managed to hold on to it for the victory. Final score, 9-7.
Yeah, it was an awesome way to end the season out, the regular season, I should say, with pretty solid performance. This is absolutely a team that is going to make the NCAA tournament in Rutgers, and very possible we'll run into these guys again in the tournament. So putting together a good game like this against them feels really good. As you take a look at some of the stats here, not a lot of scoring. Yormick led us with a couple goals and 2 assists as well, and he does get the most valuable player of the game. But an all-around solid job by the Vikings. So the next game that we play is going to be in the conference tournament, and that's going to be the biggest game of the season because we're not guaranteed a spot in the NCAA tournament. So we're pretty much going to have to rely on winning our conference tournament to make sure we get that automatic bid to get into the big dance, I guess you could say. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Definitely like and subscribe if you're enjoying it, and we'll see you in the next video as we start postseason play.